carbon is? Carbon has many purposes. It actually has three allotropes or forms: graphite, diamond, and fullerene. The first form, graphite, is used for pencil lead and is used with technology highly. Graphite is in electrodes, batteries, and solar panels. Graphite is a crystal form of carbon. It has atoms arranged in a hexagonal structure, is naturally in this form, and is the most stable form of carbon under a regular condition. Under high pressures and temperatures, it turns into a second form of carbon, diamond. Diamond is used for adornment and as an abrasive for cutting hard materials. Diamonds are made of carbon, so they form as carbon atoms under a high temperature and pressure. They bond together to start growing crystals. That's why diamond is such a hard material, because you have each carbon atom participating in four of these strong covalent bonds that form between carbon atoms. The third form of carbon is fullerene. Fullerene is used as a radical scavenger and antioxidant. Fullerene is an allotrope of carbon whose molecules consist of carbon atoms connected by single and double bonds as to form a closed or partially closed mesh. In 1940, there was a car that was fueled with carbon, wood, and charcoal, and it looked like that. Now a carbon-fueled car looks like this. In the beginning of 2020, global greenhouse gas emissions are on the track to rise once again to their highest levels in history. In the early 2000s, it has been demonstrated that the temperature sensitivity of soil decomposition is in a deep layer that was similar or even higher than the surface layer. In the 1990s, annual average emissions of carbon dioxide rose by 1%, and in the past decade they increased at an average annual rate of 1.5%. In the early 1980s, every time there's a financial crisis, there's a drop in the global CO2 emissions. In the 1960s, the oil industry, leading pollution control and consultants, advised the American Petroleum Institute in 1968 that carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels. Global emissions of carbon have been rising steadily since the late 18th century, rapidly since the 1950s. The sudden drop in temperatures in 1945 now appears to be an artifact of a switch using mainly U.S. ships to collect sea surface temperature data, using mainly UK ships. Of the rise in temperature during the 20th century, the bulk occurred in 1990 to 1940.